Hello, welcome to another episode of Between the Lines, where we talk about adolescence, parenting, and everything in between. In today's episode, we'll be talking about balancing school, hobbies, and rest. And of course, we have our guests, students, who have decided to come share with us how they balance their school, hobbies, and rest. So, without wasting much of our time, I'm going to bring in our guests to the studio, and of course, we can get right into the conversation. Welcome, Ibukun. Welcome, Okoyemi.
Hi. Good evening. Good evening.
Good evening. Can you all hear me very well?
Yes, yes.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much for agreeing to do this. So, our topic is balancing school, hobbies, and work. And the two of you are university students. So, you're here to share with us how you balance your schoolwork, your hobbies, and of course, how you find time to rest in between. So, I'll be starting with the first question, and I'll be addressing my question to Ibukun. Ibukun, what is your average day like as a student? What is your average day like?
So, uh,
I can't hear you, Ibukun. Can you hear me? Akpa, can you hear him?
No, I can't.
We can't hear you.
hear me now.
Yes.
Okay. So my day just like going.
Ibukun, we can't hear you.
Can't hear me again.
Yes.
So can you hear me now?
Yes, we can hear you now.
So a day in my life in school is just basically having classes, playing football, and also games too, and also watching movies and resting. Yeah. So that's like a day in my life in school.
So from the day your life that you've described, I can guess that your hobby is playing football.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, okay. Are you in the school team?
Yeah. I'm in my departmental team.
Oh, okay. Great. Thank you. Okwe, do you want to share the how your average day is like in school?
Sorry, I can't hear you. My what?
Your average day as a student, how is your average day like?
My average day. Just like any normal day. I go to school, come back, do my chores, eat, sleep, press my phone. That's all.
So
I don't do
you're
much.
not involved in any extracurricular activity.
Not really, but I not really. I just sometimes I go out sometimes, but not something much. Just going out, coming back, and nothing much. I don't do much.
So you are focused on the schoolwork, while Ibukun has his own extracurricular activities. All right. I like the fact that there's a difference. There's a difference there. All right. So has there been a time where you ever felt overwhelmed by schoolwork? We know the society wants you to read. I mean, that's why you are a student. But has there been any time where you felt overwhelmed, as a student? Do you want to share, Ibukun?
Something like. Football. Can you
No.
Yes,
hear
yes.
me? So can you hear me now?
Yes, we can hear you.
So I don't think I have a an overwhelming experience in school really. But it is an experience, in like an academy. I attended an academy not long ago this holiday, and it's like consulting firm. So they teach on different things like strategy, investment banking, and quantitative research. So so we have meetings like L2G. So that's like learn to grow platforms every Friday. So they were having it, and they were having like a case study, and they were talking about things. I'm like, ah. what is this? What am I in here for? I was really discouraged actually. I was really discouraged because I didn't think I could do it. To be
Okay.
very, very honest, I didn't think I could do it. So what actually helped me was encouragement from my friends and also my parents too. So yes.
Mm, okay. So you would say that friends and parents play important role, in helping you maintain balance
So yeah, I'll say your environment because yes,
environment?
where the academy was the environment was actually really nice. Everybody was like a family, so it was actually easier and people could take you through different steps of the journey. Yes.
Okay, that's very good to know. Um, what about you, Okoyemi? Have you ever felt overwhelmed in school?
Yes, actually, just with schoolwork, and especially this level I am now. So I have to. I'm currently writing my exam. So I have to write my exam. I have to meet my supervisor. I have to submit assignments. I have to do a lot of things. But I don't know. I'm striving. I'm surviving. So, and actually
We
to
have to
encouragement,
survive.
like you said, encouragement is actually a nice thing. So I have my
Okay, so
friends, my family, and sometimes me self, I don't like stressing myself. They'll be like, school will stress you, but make sure you don't stress yourself. So I will not
mm,
stress myself. I'll just make sure I do everything the way I want to do it or the way is convenient for me at that point in time. So
okay,
that's it.
school is stressful. Okay, if you insist. Now, amidst all of doing assignments, going to classes, meeting your supervisors, and all, where do you find or how do you find the time to
Mm.
rest? Not just take a nap or 5 minute rest. Where do you find the time to actually rest to regain your strength? Okay,
Yes, you have to rest though. You have to rest. Okay, personally, using myself as an example, I'm this kind of person. I have this thing. I'm always saying, no matter what, I have to get my 8 hours sleep. That's it. That's just for me. So I'll make sure that everything I want to do, I'll make sure it doesn't affect my sleep. Okay, sometimes I have to, I don't know, I have to juggle it out, even though I will not have my 8 hours sleep. I'll make sure probably after everything I'm going to do, then I'm going to sleep. Sometimes the only way I rest is sleep. The only way I rest is just sleeping. I just make sure I sleep and I don't know, and do stuff I like doing, pressing my phone
okay.
and watching
So
movies
do you have your
like
8 hours sleep too?
No,
So how do you create time to rest?
it matters. It just matters about.
We can't hear you.
Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now?
Yes, we can hear you now.
yeah.
So if I have a tight deadline, I don't really have 8 hours sleep. But at least I try to at least take breaks in between, like work, school work, and everything. So it actually matters. But if I don't have a tight deadline, yes, I sleep.
Okay, so aside sleeping, how else do you rest?
Hmm. So I believe rest is like an absence, like those taking time to relax. So I can also rest by maybe just watching some movies or listening to, yeah. So watching movies sometimes. So so one thing about me is when I read and read and read and read and read, it just gets to a point that I know, even though I'm reading, I know that it's not entering my head.
Yes, I
So
can relate.
so instead of me to stop, I just say, okay, let me just drop this thing and go and do something else, then come back maybe like in 30 minutes or something.
Okay, okay, okay. That's great. Do you
Can you
think
hear?
Yeah, I heard you. I heard you. All right, so my next question is, you think that students don't get enough rest? Now, and you are in the community of students, and I'm sure you see your colleagues every other day. Do you feel, or do you think that students do not give themselves enough time to rest? We know some people can carry this book on their head. I want to come out with the first class. I want to finish with a 2-1, and then go all out to
Yeah.
stress themselves. Do you feel that students don't create enough time for themselves to rest? Ibukun, do you want to
Yes.
answer first? Okay. Okay, you can go ahead.
Okay. So um, I feel like students don't actually rest. Not all. Sometimes, and most people, they don't rest because some people don't know how to like balance their social activities with their school life and whatever they're doing. So I feel like some people don't know how to balance that. And I have a friend. I have a friend. She's okay. She's in this consumer and something nutrition department. So she's always busy with school. So even after school, she's a party person. She goes to party at night. So she doesn't even have time for herself. She doesn't have time for herself. She doesn't get enough rest. And some people are actually suffering from um they're struggling with late night sleep. Some people don't sleep. It's not like sometimes they even want to sleep, but they can't sleep. Even me myself sometimes. So they even want to sleep, they can't sleep. So I feel like students are not getting enough rest. And some people, it's just that some people want to, but they can't. Some people don't know how to balance their time or how to manage their time. That's what I feel.
Okay, thank you. Ibukun, do you want to add to that?
Yeah, I agree with what she said. So it's just basic. There are two different kind of people. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Yeah, so there are two different kind of people. There are people that like sleep, even though they have a deadline, and there are also people that yes, they don't have enough sleep. Yes, so that's what they are.
Okay. There are people that like sleep. I know some people that will stop classes just because they cannot kill themselves. I cannot go and kill myself. So they rather sleep than go to class. Okay. And now, what
Yeah.
is one thing that you would wish lecturers know about students' life? Let me say this in relation to something. There was this sad news that came out, I think, like 2 weeks ago or last week, about an OU student that committed suicide because he failed one of his courses. I don't know if you saw that. Now there is pressure from the society, there is pressure from our parents to do well in school. I mean, that's why we're in school. We have to do well. So now for this student who committed suicide, maybe he wasn't really doing well and he doesn't know how to face his parents or face society. So how would you address that pressure from society or from our parents that we must do well in school?
So I would not say this generally. I feel parents should be sometimes considerate. So some parents might not know, how would I say it now. Some students are not emotionally strong, or they have low self-esteem, and you comparing them to another teenager might actually hurt their feelings and might actually sometimes lead to depression, because every time you be like, can't you be like so, can't you be like so. It's just, I think it boils down to parents understanding their kid and also having a good relationship with them, and yeah, always encouraging them. If they do right, if they don't get good grades, always encourage them that yes, they can be better, and show them how to be better. So yes, so that's my take on that.
Okay. So that's for parents. Okwe, can you hear us? Okay, so I think there are three stakeholders in a situation like this. We have the parents, we have the lecturers, and then we have the students himself or herself. All right.
Yeah.
The parents are the ones sending the student to school. The lecturer
Mhm.
is teaching the student, and the student is the one receiving all of that. So now that you have addressed the parents, what role do lecturers play in this situation?
Mm. So so kind are you talking about lecturers, the way they handle students or what?
Yes. When it comes to school setting, can you hear me?
Yeah,
In a school setting or
yes, I
in a
can hear you.
student life, we have the parents who is sending the students to school, and you have said that the parents should keep encouraging the students, whether they perform well, or not so well. And then we also have the lecturers who are teaching the students. They also have a role to play in the school life of students. They're the ones that determine the grade that you get. Do you understand? So
Yes,
I'm
yes.
I'm I'm, I'm asking in relation to this news of the guy that committed suicide. He failed a course and then he committed suicide. So if we are saying that maybe he's scared of, he didn't want to face his parents and all of that, but what about the lecturer who is teaching and who is grading? What would you say? How would you address lecturers in situations like this? Do you understand my question?
Yes, I do. So
Okay.
I don't know. For the OAU student, I'm not sure. I don't know the context. So I don't know if it was the lecturer's fault. I don't know. Or if maybe the student studies. Maybe the lecturer didn't like. I don't know. So sometimes, um, some lecturers might, maybe because they don't like your name, or they don't just like you or something, they might decide to fail you. I mean, I don't know. I'm not saying anything, but that might have what that might have what have led would have led to maybe the student committing suicide. I don't know. That might be a factor.
Okay.
So for lecturers, I just feel that, and the students too might have had their own to play. So I don't know. That why I'm not saying allegedly. I don't know. So it matters. It does, maybe lecturers and having time to teach, because lecturers cannot say, okay, this one, go and read. And some lecturers can also, they might give you areas to study and go and bring out the another side of the course. So yeah, so lecturers should
Okay.
just
Thank you.
see.
I wanted to ask a question here.
Yes,
Somebody
ma'am.
wrote, there are students that are into politics. This is from the comments. There are students that are into politics. They play football and still ace their exams. Whereas there are
Hmm?
students that are not into any extracurricular activity and are still struggling with school work. Would you agree with that?
Sorry, you said there are students that are still
There are
struggling with
students who are
schoolwork.
into politics, they are into extracurricular activities and then they are still passing, they are still acing their exams. But on the other hand, we also have students who are not even involved in anything, but they are still struggling. They're still struggling with schoolwork. So what factor is at play here?
Okay, so yes, there are students that are into extracurricular activities and are doing well. Yes, there are plenty. And the student that's not doing well and is not into extracurricular activity, it might, one, they're not reading well, or they don't managing of time. So I think that will play, and not being serious. You might not be in extracurricular activities and be missing class. You
True.
might be in extra not be in extracurricular activities and not be reading and be hoping to cheat in the exam. So it doesn't just matter about, I feel that extracurricular activities doesn't really affect your grades. It doesn't matter how you. So yes, that's my.
Okay, thank you very much. Ekweni, you're welcome back. We're talking about the OEU students that committed suicide. Ekweni, can you hear me? Ekweni, can you hear me? Okay. I don't think she can hear me. All right. So would you say that, Ebukun, would you say that hobbies or extracurricular activities play an important role in students' life? Like you play football, you said you play football. Is there something that you've seen that playing football helps you with your schoolwork?
Yeah, as I said before, I'm a kind of person that if I read too much, so there's a certain level that if I read too that I would not, I would just be wasting my time reading again, like continually reading after. So it matters about knowing what works best for
What works for you?
you. Yes. So for me, I yes I play ball, but there are now sometimes sorry, there are now sometimes that let's say it's time for exam. I cannot now be playing ball. So,
Okay.
so it matters. It matters about setting your priorities, right? So it matters. So if my exam is tomorrow, I cannot be playing ball today. I'm saying yes because I want to balance hobby. It's not really a smart move for me, though. So instead of playing ball, I can say, okay, I'll rest. I can say, let me take some time off. Let me do something else. Let me do this or that, except from reading. So it doesn't just about reading. So it's just about maybe finding what works best for you. If you know that you cannot read all through, it's not by force. If you know you cannot read all through, yes, read. Though. I'm not saying they should not read. Read, but also find when to rest. Find because rest is very very important. It's very very important. You can read the whole night, and when you get to exam, you can start sleeping. When you get to exam, you can forget what you read as per because you did not rest. So it is very very important for you to rest. It is very very important for you to read. It's very very important for you to balance everything. So it does matter about keeping your priorities. Sorry, setting your priorities straight.
Thank you. So you have to find the balance. You have to understand what works for
What
you.
works for you?
So for you now, football calms your mind. You know, when your head is hot
Yeah.
after reading, after jacking for so long, football
Yeah.
calms your mind, your head. Okay, that is very good to know. Okpeyemi, you're welcome back. Can you hear me? Okpeyemi,
Yeah,
your phone
sorry.
is.
I'm sorry.
Can you hear
I
me?
had to change my. Yes, I can. Yes, I can.
Okay, you're welcome back. So we were addressing the issue of the OAU students that committed suicide because they failed a course. So Ibukun spoke on the to the parents and lecturers and of course students. So I want to hear your own opinion. So like I said earlier, there are three stakeholders. We have the parents who is sending the student to school. We have the lecturers who is teaching or who are teaching the students, and then we have the students themselves. So what role do these three stakeholders play, in the life of the students when it comes to schoolwork?
Okay. Okay. You said the lecturers, the parents, right? Let's say the environment in
Yes,
general. Okay, I
and the
feel like
students.
number one. Then okay, I want to talk about the lecturers now. Most times, I feel like it's about the pressure. It's about the pressure they put on students like, okay, you must do this at this so time, you must submit this at this time, you must be able to do everything at their own convenience time. They don't care about your own convenience time. Most of them, not all of them. So I feel like the number one thing is pressure. Don't pressurize. Once they pressurize you, you will not, I don't know, you won't even be, I don't know, you won't be settled, you won't know what to do. Sometimes you will be confused when you're being pressured because, okay, this person is telling you to do this, to do this, to do this, to do this, and probably, let's say your parents too. Okay, now, most times for me, if I'm going too much pressure, sometimes I just call my mom to talk to her. Okay, I'm doing this. I'm tired. I'm so. Sometimes some parents don't even create time for their kids. Some don't. I don't know. Some see it as okay. It should be school over. Just do your thing. They don't care. I feel like sometimes it's just words of encouragement that will just like make you just little things. Okay, you can do this. Just try something like that. I just feel like just little words, but the role they play is number one the pressure and the, I don't know, let's just say the environment in total, the parents and everything. It's just words of encouragement. Sometimes it's not like they are going to give you a solution to it or they are going to tell you what to do exactly. Sometimes it's just like, it's just, I don't know, motivating you, something like that. It just motivates you. Okay, just do this. Don't worry, you'll be fine with time. Igba díẹ̀ ló kù, like Yoruba people will say, and everything. So that's how I feel about it.
Okay, my network went on and off at points, but I think I was able to get some things that you said. You said it's about the pressure from some lecturers. They want you to do what they want at their own time, not considering what the student is going through. All right. So have you addressed the parents? I'm not sure I heard that part because my network was going on and off. Kwame, did you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, so what about the parents?
What are what? Sorry.
What about the parents? I was asking if you've addressed the parents.
Yes, 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 yes. I said sometimes parents too pressurize their kids, and sometimes some parents don't motivate their kids. Some people don't create time for their kids. They just feel like, okay, it's something you can do alone. Go and sort it out yourself. You can do this. I said parents can also motivate you, can just give you a little word of encouragement.
Okay.
That actually, those little words actually
Encouragement.
matters. Sometimes just tell you, don't worry, you'll be fine. It's just with time. Kiniko. Just make sure I'll pray for you. Like my mom will say, don't worry. So I feel like those little things do matter.
Hmm. Okay. So yourself and Ibukun, you actually said the same thing when it comes to parents. You said they should be there to encourage. They should be there to encourage you, words of encouragement. It will be well, all will be well, it will soon be over and all of that. Okay. So let me read a comment. Someone said, not everyone will use book to eat. It's just to be able to read, write, and speak English. Do you agree with that perspective? Not everybody will use book to eat. So why are we struggling in school? Why are we stressing ourselves to finish with that first class and 2-1? It's just to be able to read, write, and speak English. Do you agree with that perspective? Okay,
Yes. I feel like, I don't know, our environment has affected our mentality or the way we see some things. Okay. Okay, me too. Sometimes there was a time, actually there was a time I'll be like, okay, this course I'm doing, let me just do it. It's not like I want to use it in the future or anything. But now I've just come to understand that no knowledge is waste. Actually, this is not even about English. There are people
true.
that don't go to school, people that are not after secondary school, that's all, like, and they'll be okay. Even some people will not even go to secondary school. Even like, okay, example, I don't know. I think I have a friend. She's Igbo, so they used to speak English here, and she's not in university. She just finished from SS3, and she speaks so well. So I feel like it's not even most times it's not even about the English. It's just, I don't know. It's just one thing. Some people are not even using what they learn in school. I mean, what their course in school to do anything. Literally, okay, not like do anything. They just feel like it's not. It's better to be educated than not have an idea at all. So it's not. It's not. I know it's not all about book, but at least it's going to go a long way. It's going to, I don't know, it's just going to help you with some things in the future. That's it. So
Thank you. Ibukun, it's just to be able to read, write, and speak English. Did you hear me?
Sorry, I didn't hear you more.
I said, someone said, not everyone will use book to eat. It's just to be able to read, write, and speak English. So I asked, do you agree with that perspective?
So, so as she said before, no knowledge is for waste. I believe that yes, you might not use your course, or you might not use your certificate to would I say to make it in life, or to be successful. But actually, no knowledge is for waste. It's actually a plus side, because education is not just school. Education can be reading books. Education can be getting yourself informed. Education is just the basis of getting yourself informed, and as they say, for you to be a leader, you have to be a reader. So that's just about getting knowledge. You can't be actually. Our society believes that yes, it's just they are get rich quick schemes. So they kind of feel that okay, oh, school is just a waste of time. But I believe that school is not actually a waste of time because what you learn will build you for life. It will help you in different scenarios to help you contribute more to life and so on.
True.
Yes.
True, true. Like Ope said, no knowledge is wasted. Okay, that's true. Now, this is another person's comment. It says, in my opinion, balance isn't splitting time equally. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. I can
Okay,
hear me.
balance isn't splitting time equally. It's giving school, hobbies, and rest what they each need at the right moment. So, what this person is trying to say is that school, hobbies, and rest doesn't mean balance doesn't mean splitting your 24 hours equally between them. But when it's time
Yes.
for schoolwork, you do schoolwork. When it's time for hobbies, you do hobbies. And then when it's time for rest, you do rest.
Yeah, I
I
So
totally
get
agree.
now,
that.
okay,
Sorry?
so how do I put it? How do you now balance your school, hobbies, and rest as an individual? How do you balance your own school? How do you balance it with hobbies and rest?
So like I said before, it's just like prioritizing it. It's not every time that you should, it's not every time that you need to play. It's not every time that you just have to know when to do it and when not to do it. When you have, there should be always time to read because when you have maybe like a deadline, you might need to remove hobbies for a while and focus on getting that project done or focus on getting the assignment done before you now go to the hobby. So first of all, it should be actually your studies. Then maybe yes, studies rest. Then maybe hobbies can come after you achieved your goal, or maybe during sometimes, not every time.
Okay, so among the three, school, hobbies, and rest, school is the most important. School work is the most important.
So yeah, I'll say school and rest. Yeah. Then hobbies
School
can
and
come.
rest. So hobby is not that important.
No, hobbies are important. Hobbies are important. I'm not saying that you should know when to put your priorities right. That's just the end. That's just the main point.
Okay, so is it that there are situations or there are times when schoolwork comes first, and there are times where rest comes first, and there are times where hobbies come first?
Mm.
So, for instance, now if I have a project to submit on Friday, and I know that it's not, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Yes.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Hello.
Hello, we can hear you. Ibukumi can hear you. Okay. Okay, do you want to answer the question? Okay, it's back.
Mm. Which
Ibukun.
wait which was which of the question? Okay, it's back.
Ibukun, can you hear me? Okay. Appointment, do you want to answer the question?
Can you hear me,
Okay,
more?
so
I was
about the
yes, yes, we can hear you.
yes.
So it does matters on how you prioritize it. So if I have a project by to submit on Friday, I know that this project will actually need a lot of my time. I might decide to okay, let me reduce the way I play for this period of time. And I know that okay, after I'm done with my project, yes, I can now go back to my hobbies. So I can now go to my hobbies. But rest is actually important because for you, for your mind, your brain needs rest. You can't just be going on and be saying that yes, I'm in machinery and be going and be doing it. You actually need rest for your brain to perform at this higher level. So I feel you just prioritizing everything. But also when you are doing your schoolwork, you should have rest in between. Pick a time. Okay, let's say I plan to read. I plan to read from let's say from 2 to 5. I plan to read from 5 to 9. But I'll take rest maybe by 7 o'clock. So from 7 to like 7:15 or 7:20, I will just rest. Then after 9, you go and sleep till when you want to wake up. Maybe you want to wake up by 4 a.m. or you want to wake up by 5 a.m. So it just matters about. So it does matter. Okay, hobbies, you shift one side for now. Or later, when I complete my project, I can now continue my hobby. Or you can actually, if you know that you can finish it before Friday and still do hobbies, you can do your hobbies too. So it does matter. You work at hand sometimes for me.
Okay. Okay. Thank you for that. I think someone also said that it's, individual difference comes to play when it comes to issues like this. And would you agree that there are some people who actually are in school not for schoolwork? Somebody commented here that hobbies are very important too. Hobbies are very important. Some people are in school not for schoolwork; they're in school for other things. It could be extracurricular activity, maybe sports. And that is where they want to go to. So the class to them is secondary, even though they're in school because of classes, but class to them is secondary. So I think that it is individual difference. I know of someone who who is working based on his hobby. Right now, that's where
Yeah.
he's eating from, that's where he's earning from. His hobby that he learned in or that he was doing in school is what he's now working with now, and that's where he's getting money from. So I think like I agree with this person that posted the comment that it's an individual difference. Now, would you agree that, or would you say that there are some students who are in school not for school work? They're just going to class to mark attendance, to be among the number. But while they're in school, maybe they don't mind finishing with two or third class. Kashati need paper and let's just have that paper. I'm good. That's why I'm in school. But they're focusing on other things. Do you understand? Have you met
Yeah.
somebody like that, or would you agree that there are actually students like that?
Yes, 100%, 100% everywhere. So people
Yes,
yeah,
yeah.
like that. They just say, let me just get the certificate and leave the school there. They're just doing for maybe their parents, so they can give them the certificate after school and go and do something else. Yes, there are students like that.
Okay, okay. Thank you very much. So for students who are struggling to balance schoolwork, hobbies, and rest, because they know that hobbies are important, they want to do it. They also know that their schoolwork is important, they want to do it. What advice or what suggestion would you give to students like that who are trying to find the balance between school hobbies? They should not jack 247 and they should not play 247 and they should not rest 247. So what suggestion or what advice would you give students like that who are trying to find their balance? Maybe they've been overwhelmed by schoolwork and they don't know when to put a pause to it, or they are so carried away with their hobbies and they don't know when to stop, or they rest so much they don't know when to stop. So, how would you advise that they find a balance to these things?
So, Fred, you want to go first?
Okay. Yes, yes, yes. So I would say number one, know what works for you. You have to know. You have to know, okay, this is how I'm going to do this. This is what I do. This is how it's going to be, and something like that. So first thing, know what works for you. The second thing, don't pressurize yourself. Don't think you can do everything at once. And number three,
Mm-hmm.
prioritize your time management. That is it. I feel like, and make sure you simplify your task. Sometimes you have to place priority on things you have to do. Okay, if I do this, you have to know, okay, the advantage and the disadvantage. Okay, if I do this, okay, if I rest now, will I have time for my hobbies? Will I have time for school? Okay, if I do my hobbies now, will I have time to rest? Will I have time for school? Okay, if I do any school related stuff now, will I have time to rest and do this. So you just have to know what works for you. Know that you can't do everything at once, and you have to prioritize your time management and make sure you simplify everything you want to do. Just
Mm.
I don't know, just judge it, weigh it. Okay, this is the merit and this is the demerit of whatever you want to do. So okay, you think you can just take for example, okay, you can think, okay, if I sleep now, okay, I have an exam tomorrow and I want to sleep and I've not covered like half of it. I know that okay, if I sleep, oh, if I sleep, something will happen. That exam, by God's grace, I know that something will happen. So as for me, okay, as for me, I think I work with alarm to I don't know, to for my time management. I work with alarm. Sometimes I'll just like, okay, I'll sleep for 30 minutes. It's just 30 minutes. I'm just going to take a nap for 30 minutes. So I'll be like, okay, let me just set this alarm. I'll sleep. Sometimes that's why I'm saying that know what works for you. Some people will set alarm and it will still not work for them. But for me, alarm works for me. So if I set it 30 minutes, so once it rings, I'll just stand up. I'll know, okay, this is the next thing to do, and this is the next thing I want to do. So that's it for me.
I like the points that you have listed out, and they're very, very true. I think that know what works for you is very, very important. Like, know what some
Mm-hmm.
people are night readers, they read very well in
Yeah.
the night. But you, because this person is your friend, you want to follow and go read in the night, and you're a day reader, and then you will just sleep all
Mm-hmm.
through. So I agree with the fact that you have to actually know what works for you. Thank you very much for that, Okwemi. So, Ibukun, what advice would you give students who are trying to find their balance with these things?
Eh, Ready to no one work. For me, I use if I know that exam, I don't just
No, you're breaking.
can you hear me now?
Yes, we can hear you.
So I believe yeah, it's know what works for you exactly. So what me I do is if I know I have exams, so I try to read like 3 weeks before. So it's not as if I'll be reading. So it's just maybe an hour a day, 30 minutes a day. So it reduces the stress. I can read at my pace, and so when it's now time for exam, maybe like the week to exam, I am just either I'm just revising, then the night before revising, then so me, I don't like reading in the night. Because imagine if I read in the night, I will just sleep off. So I tend to read during the day, then make sure I sleep early, then set alarm maybe like 4. Yeah, so set alarm early in the morning, just quickly revise. It's not as if I'll start reading again. I'll just like revise what I've read, and then I know I'm done and I go to exam and leave the rest for God. So yeah, it's just knowing what works for you. Knowing um because if you are saying, as you said before, you are saying you're a night person, or if you're saying you're a morning person, you don't really. If you know that you cannot read in the night, find time in the day. If you know you read well in the night, then read in the night. Yeah, so I don't want to put it as if that everybody should be reading in the morning or should sleep well. So yes, you need to sleep well, but just know what works for you. If you know you're going to be reading in the night, then you should sleep during the day, and you should
Exactly.
not sleep. You should not be reading till the next morning. That's for me. Oh. That's fine. But people are very good at that. They can read to the next morning. I'm not discouraging
Yes,
anybody, but
yes.
it's just finding your balance, finding what works for you.
Yeah, finding what works for you. Thank you very much. So, some of you are actually on the same page. Know what works for you. So, I want to ask a question. I don't know if it's personal, but if it is and you don't want to answer, that's fine. When we gain admission, we are always eager that I'm going to make first class before classes starts. I'm going to come out with a first class. But after first year, first semester result, second semester result, second year, you say God, make I shall graduate. So does this apply to you, or you are still on the first class drive?
So, Fred, you want to
What did you say?
Fred, you want to go?
Sorry, I didn't hear about the okay. I think I had the first semester and second semester result.
Okay, so I said that when we gain admission at first, we're always so full of energy that I'm going to come out with the first class. But after the first semester results, second semester results, year one, year two, the energy begins to go down. So I said, is it the same for you, or you are still on the first class drive?
No. Okay. I feel like I feel like there's no like at first that zeal will be there. I don't know. You just be excited that okay, this was class once you enter like the first time. But like I always say, your 100 level results will humble you. So it will just let you know your place. As for me, okay, as for me, oh, I just feel like okay, like we used to say, me and my friends, we feel like okay, at least if there's no first class, there's just second class.
B.
We'll manage ourselves there. So I feel like the zeal will reduce actually, but it depends on you. Actually, it depends on you. It depends on what you want to do and your determination. Your determination actually. So, but as for me, we thank God. I'm
Praise
still on
God.
the road, but we thank God.
Okay, thank you very much. The result is that you come out with a good grade, something that is
Hmm.
presentable. What about you, Ibukun?
So when I entered 100, when was admitted into 100 level, I I believe that I don't really need to read to get first class. That's what I believe. And then I just used to read like the night before. Like if I have exams tomorrow morning, I'll just read in the night. Everything, the whole course. When I saw my results, it wasn't bad, but you know that it was far from first class. It wasn't in first class range, but as I got serious, I became better. So as so what you said about am I still on the first class drive, I would like to keep that to myself.
No
I would
problem.
like I would like to keep it to myself and see what happens after.
Okay, no problem. So, thank you. I also want to say something about this first class. Now, when we enter school, we are with that energy that first class, and then when we see our first result, second result, it begins to discourage us. But there are two directions it can go. We can get discouraged and just go. I won't stress myself again. I won't bother to read at all. And on the other hand, we can also see it as a challenge to buckle up. So it's either you give up or you buckle up. Now, for students, for your colleagues who have found themselves in this situation that they've lost that drive or that energy that they resumed school with because of their results, what advice would you that for those who have given up that okay, since the school I'm on maybe two or something after first and second year, I want to give up. What advice would you give to students like that?
So I'll say it's not
Okay.
over till it's over. Just keep on putting in your best, hoping for the best. For those that are Christians, pray, ask God for strength to compete at your best, and we'll just keep on hard work, keep on putting in your best. So that's what I'll say, because you don't know what can happen. You can be in two at least, and the second half of your academic of your university career can be far better than your first half, just because you put in the work. So it's just about, so I feel if you don't put in the work, you still lost. At least if you put in the work, you say, okay, yes, at least I tried and I gave you my best, and you'll be
Yeah,
happy
you
with what you gave
tried.
me. It's so not putting in the work, you've already admitted that you have lost. But putting in the work, you still have hope that you will still do better. So yes, that's my take on that.
Okay, it's not over until it's over.
It's not
Thank you
this.
very much. Okay,
It's not too late. Yeah, I support everything you said. It's not too late. And I just want to say this. Don't don't have a negative mindset, because some people will be like, okay, since it's already like that, let's just run it like that. And I used to say something like when my friends are like, this exam is hard, is hard. Me, I'll be like, it will not be hard for me. I used to have, even though I know that It's not something easy, but I always have this positive mindset. Have a positive mindset and know that it's not too late. You don't have to. You can still pick up. Yes, you can still pick up. You can still try your best and pray too. Please pray. It's necessary.
Prayer is very
Pray for
important.
direction, for retentive memory and everything. Because pray for grace. Yes, pray for grace, because can be good and all that and still not get the absolute result or the exact result you want. So just
Yeah,
pray,
No,
the truth
determined and
is,
have a
if you
positive
want to,
mindset.
okay, thank you. The truth is, if you want to actually dissect the factors at play when it comes to student results, there are a lot of factors at play. When you see your grade, you studied, the lecturer, prayer, a lot of factors are at play. So prayer is very important, like you said, and also positive affirmations. Whatever you say to yourself is what you become. Whatever you think to yourself is what you become. If you are saying, I cannot pass this exam, you may not pass the exam, but if you say, no matter how hard it is, I will pass it. Our mind works with what we tell it. Our brain works with whatever we tell it. All right. So thank you very much. I agree with everything that you have said. Now we are almost done with the episode. Is there any other thing maybe you want to, parents to know some things, or you want lecturers, or you want your final advice to students? Is there any other thing you want to tell our audience before we call it a day?
and also say, yeah, also, yeah, everything we've said, and also be humble. Be humble in the
Yeah.
sense, be humble in the sense of, if you don't understand something, you can meet your colleagues. You don't have to do I know it all. I know it all. You will now fail the exam. Which one is better to drop your ego and meet the person and learn from the person and pass your exams. So I think, yeah, humility too plays a role too. There are a lot of things that plays
Yeah.
roles. So it does, humility too is a factor to consider.
Thank you very much. Be humble. Whatever it is that you don't understand, ask. Ask. A closed mouth does not get fed. So
Yes.
if you don't understand anything, you ask. Thank you very much. What about your Kwame? Is that your final say? Is there anything you want to say to our audience before we close? Kwame,
Yeah, sorry, I didn't hear you. Sorry.
I said, is there anything you want to say? Is there anything you want to add to all what you've said this evening before we, call it a day?
Okay, I want to say this. Don't just work hard, work smart.
Work smart.
Don't mhm, work smart. Oh,
Mm,
it's not everything is not all about book, 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 book. You have to balance. You have to make sure you balance
mm,
everything,
mm,
and you see the best results. And
mm,
here, I also want to add, hobbies. Sometimes hobbies will actually help you with school, and it depends on the kind of hobby. Actually, some people like writing. Okay, some people like writing, and sometimes it helps your creativity. It helps the way you think. It helps the way you see things. Sometimes, and most times, even your hobbies might actually be something. Okay, if it's something relating to sport, maybe I don't know, you're a footballer or basketballer or something. It might actually be what will work for you in the future, and not be
true.
really what you are into. But you have to balance everything. You have to gain knowledge everywhere and just accumulate it and to make yourself a better person. So that's all I have to say.
Thank you. Thank you. You have both spoken very well in this episode. Thank you so much. And one key takeaway is know what works for you. Know what
Yes.
works for you. Do not do follow. If your friend goes to read at night, do not follow if you are not a night person. And then to give unto Caesar what belongs to Caesar. When it's time for schoolwork, give your time to schoolwork. When it's time for hobbies, give your time for your hobbies. And when it's time to rest, give your time to rest. All right. Thank you very, very much, Ibukun and Okoyemi. We have come to the end of today's episode. And so, our audience, thank you for contributing. Thank you for your comments. Our guests will be going backstage now. So, thank you once again, Ibukun and Okoyemi.
Thank you very much.
So we have come to the end of today's episode. I hope that you've been able to learn one or two from our guests. For the students that are here, you have learned Know what works for you. Know what works for you, and you'll be fine. So thank you. This is the end. I'll see you in our next episode, which is in 2 weeks' time. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't. Thank you for staying up to this time. See you in 2 weeks' time. Bye.